Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chases, jaw-dropping action, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. Let's get your heart racing. Florida Turnpike, June 20th, 2024. Trooper Elvis Nolasco with FHP's Criminal Interdiction Unit spotted a white Mercedes with dark tint rolling north on SR 91 near the 145-mile marker. A quick check showed the registered owner had a suspended license and a seized tag order. Lights and sirens went on, but instead of pulling over, the driver mashed the gas.
Clear. Eastbound 70 Green light, green light, green light.
The Mercedes shot onto the shoulder, weaving recklessly through traffic and blasting down the highway. The chase stretched across multiple exits, cutting through intersections, jumping onto I-95, and forcing officers to stay sharp as speeds and risks climbed. The suspect attempted an illegal U-turn on I-95 and clipped an SUV before Trooper Nolasco moved in for a pit. The first attempt failed, but moments later he struck again near SR 70. The Mercedes spun, tried to recover, but was disabled after intentional contact. Nolasco's patrol car skidded into signs on the ramp, pinning him briefly until he repositioned. With K9 Uno on the scene, officers boxed in the suspects and pulled both the driver and passenger into custody. A search of the vehicle uncovered cocaine, oxycodone, MDMA, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia inside a black zippered bag. Neither suspect wanted to talk, but the evidence spoke for them. Our guys was charged with Derek Danovan, Taylor Jr., driver. Reckless, driving with property damage. Felony fleeing and eluding with property damage, leaving the scene of a crash. Possession of cocaine. Possession of marijuana under 20 grams, possession of oxycodone, and MDMA. Taylor tried turning Florida's Turnpike into his personal getaway track, but a pit and a few signposts ended that plan. Both men traded their tinted Mercedes for a trip to Lawnwood Regional, and then straight to St. Lucie County Jail, their luxury ride replaced with handcuffs and felony charges. April 5th, 2024, Cross County, Arkansas. Around 8:15 p.m., troopers clocked a westbound car at 105 miles per hour on US 64 in a 55 zone. The vehicle appeared to brake for a traffic stop, but seconds later, the driver punched the accelerator and bolted. Dispatch was notified as the pursuit began.
Get over. Go ahead.
River Basin right now.
The chase pressed westbound with speed soaring into the triple digits. The driver forced traffic off the road, blew past a rolling roadblock and wind, and narrowly avoided hitting farm equipment as officers stayed locked behind him.
Hey, we got strangers up ahead, watch out. 10-4.
115 coming up to the Lango River Basin.
115 coming to Lango River Basin.
Still westbound, speed approximately 130 miles an hour.
There's a Woodruff County deputy set up spikes on Highway 64 at Timmy Miller shop. Still westbound, speed approximately 130 miles an hour.
TBI, TBI, TBI.
TBI, TBI, TBI.
TBI.
Force red.
Fucking grip! Fuck you! No! Get a fucking grip! Motherfucker! His arm!
Just before the Languille River Basin, troopers saw a clear stretch of roadway and performed a tactical vehicle intervention. The suspect's car spun out across the lanes and into the ditch. The driver, identified as Adam Walker of Florida, ran toward officers, but was quickly taken down after a short struggle. He was combative and yelling obscenities, but was restrained and taken into custody without further incident. He was charged with felony fleeing, substantial risk of death or serious physical injury, aggravated assault, multiple counts, including against first responders, leaving the scene of a property damage crash, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, speeding, 131 in a 55, reckless driving, careless, prohibited driving, improper, passing on the left, no driver's license, failure to stop at a red light. Adam Walker's reckless run across Cross County reached speeds over 130 miles per hour and endangered everyone in his path. His attempt to flee ended in the ditch, with officers, deputies, and a long list of serious charges waiting for him. February 3, 2025, Crittenden County, Arkansas. Just before 8 p.m., Trooper Dylan Evans clocked an orange and black Dodge Charger at 83 miles per hour on Interstate 40. When Evans stopped the car near the Martin Luther King overpass, he smelled raw marijuana inside. The driver, Brandon Williams, denied having any and began to comply, until he suddenly restarted the engine and took off.
Okay, how much marijuana do you have in the vehicle?
Williams pushed his Charger eastbound, weaving through lanes and blasting past traffic at over 140 miles per hour. Troopers stayed locked in behind him, setting up for a tactical takedown as the Charger refused to slow down.
You fucking move! You're gonna get shot! Do you understand? You fucking move! You get shot! Get on the fucking ground!
Near the 284-mile marker, Trooper Wright performed a TVI, pinning the Charger head-on as Williams tried to break free. Trooper Evans pinned him from the rear, stopping the car for good. Williams tossed a Ziploc bag out the window before being taken into custody. The bag contained 90 grams of marijuana, with more found in his pocket and a digital scale in the vehicle. Williams suffered a small laceration but was cleared by EMS and booked into the Crittenden County Detention Center. This bad boy was charged with speeding, no insurance, reckless driving, fleeing criminal mischief, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of drugs with intent to deliver. What began as a routine speeding stop turned into a 140-mile-per-hour chase and a violent takedown on Interstate 40. Brandon Williams' attempt to outrun troopers left his car wrecked, drugs seized, and a new stack of felony charges waiting at the jail. December 3, 2022, Pulaski County, Arkansas, 10:49 p.m. Trooper Garrett Bird spotted a speeding vehicle pushing close to 90 miles per hour late at night. With light traffic on the road, Bird closed in quickly, lights flashing as the suspect refused to stop.
We're 40 westbound, stay behind us, coming up on Camp Rock, and speed probably about 110, light traffic. We got the state fast soon. Yeah, they're coming.
The pursuit ramped up as the car tried to break away at highway speeds. With traffic light and the suspect pushing recklessly, Bird set himself up for a tactical takedown.
Speed, 80. You stay.
You'll give me space. I'll try to put it right here.
You're 90, white traffic. There's that thing I did. Stay knocked out. Get us medical. Where you at?
Watch your crossfire.
It didn't take long. Bird executed a textbook pit maneuver, spinning the fleeing car out within minutes of the chase. Officers moved in fast with guns drawn, ordering the driver out. The suspect was pulled from the vehicle and taken into custody without further resistance. He was charged with felony fleeing speeding, 90 in a posted zone, reckless driving, careless prohibited driving failure to yield to emergency lights. Trooper Bird didn't waste time letting this pursuit drag on. One clean Piat ended it before it got truly dangerous. The suspect's night went from 90 miles per hour to 0, straight into handcuffs. July 25th, 2025, Texarkana, Arkansas. At 5 p.m., Officer Payne Carter radioed he was chasing a white Ford Fusion blasting down Interstate 49 at over 100 miles per hour. The car, Arkansas plate AKF 33E, exited onto U.S. Highway 71 and blew through a stop sign. The driver glanced back at patrol units before flooring it. Lights and sirens went on, and the pursuit began.
Right behind you. Just turned eastbound 71.
G260. Got a car might be fleeing from it, just turned on Old Blackman Ferry Road off the Highway 71. Go ahead and show me 1037. White Ford Fusion. No traffic, 100 plus.
The Fusion hit triple-digit speeds on Old Blackman Ferry Road, swerving past traffic and forcing cars off the road. Officers pushed speeds past 116 miles per hour to keep up. It was only a matter of time before something went wrong.
10-4, stick with that trooper. 10-4, speeds are about 100 right now, going down on Blackman Ferry. Go ahead and call it. I'm about a mile behind you.
The driver finally lost control. The Ford Fusion veered off Old Blackman Ferry Road, smashing through saplings and brush, before stopping about 30 yards from the pavement. With guns drawn, officers ordered the suspect out. The driver, identified as Caleb Nalon, hesitated but eventually crawled halfway through the window before being pulled to the ground and cuffed. An inventory search uncovered Nalon's wallet, ID, and a digital scale with marijuana residue tucked into the front passenger seat. He was charged with fleeing, vehicle or conveyance, substantial danger of death, C felony, multiple traffic citations. Caleb Nalon's 116-mile-per-hour gamble ended not in freedom, but in handcuffs, a wrecked Ford Fusion, and a felony fleeing charge. He turned a quiet Arkansas back road into a racetrack and paid the price. Pulaski County, Arkansas, February 24, 2025, around 9:15 p.m., Sergeant Stephen Briggs noticed a silver Honda Accord weaving across lanes on Interstate 30. The car drifted onto shoulders, surged in speed, and nearly cut across traffic before veering onto I-440 East. When the vehicle exited onto Springer Boulevard, the driver briefly opened his door, then suddenly hit the gas and fled.
Frank Boyd, Victor Nora. Frank Boyd, Victor Nora. Frank Boyd, Victor Nora. Silver Honda Accord. We're taking Springer right now, is that right? Give me a second.
The Accord barreled south on Springer Boulevard at over 75 miles per hour in a 35 zone, swerving recklessly and forcing officers to close in. The driver braked hard to dodge a TVI attempt, even throwing the car in reverse against traffic before taking off again through residential roads.
Don't do it! Let me see your hands! You better stop, motherfucker! You better stop!
The chase ended when the Accord ran out of road at the dead end of Gillum Park. The driver, identified as Rodney Warren, bailed into the woods but was quickly chased down and arrested. Officers noted he reeked of alcohol, had bloodshot eyes, and grew emotional and belligerent throughout the stop. A search of the car revealed an open Budweiser, and Warren refused all chemical tests at the jail. Rodney Warren was charged with careless and prohibited driving felony fleeing by vehicle, exceeding the speed limit, fleeing on foot, driving on a suspended license, driving while intoxicated, first offense, refusal to submit to chemical test, open container in a motor vehicle, no seatbelt. Rodney Warren's swerving drive turned into a dangerous chase through Pulaski County. His run ended in the woods, in cuffs, and with a DWI charge stacked on top of multiple fleeing and traffic offenses. January 21st, 2023, Harrison, Arkansas, 12:51 p.m. Just after lunch, a trooper spotted a car barreling south on U.S. Highway 65 at 80 miles per hour in a 45 zone. The driver flashed brake lights and even a turn signal like he was about to stop. But it was all a show. Instead, he hit the gas and pushed deeper into town.
10-4, I see you guys.
With sirens wailing, the pursuit cut straight through Harrison's main streets. The suspect weaved around a red light by jumping into the turn lane, then darted through quiet residential neighborhoods. For nearly 3 minutes, he juked left and right, blowing through streets as troopers stayed on him. Finally, the chase broke onto State Highway 397, where the driver started overtaking cars and pressing harder on the throttle.
Copy, you're turning on 397.
What's your speed?
55 to 60 at the moment.
Harrison, you copy the traffic threat.
Well, do you have any PD units with you?
Negative, they're behind me.
He went through a bit.
Seeing traffic clear, the trooper moved in. A pit spun the car sideways, pushing it perpendicular in the road. As the suspect tried to roll backwards, the push bar pinned the vehicle in place. Harrison PD closed in to finish the box-in, leaving the driver trapped. He was pulled out of the car and arrested without further fight. The driver was charged with felony fleeing, speeding, 80 in a 45, reckless driving, careless, prohibited driving, improper passing. The driver's half-hearted "I might stop" routine fooled nobody. In the end, Harrison PD and state troopers teamed up to shut him down. A fast run through town ended with a spin, a pin, and a set of handcuffs. May 24, 2025, Phillips County, Arkansas. Trooper Garcia spotted a black Ford Mustang rolling through Park Street with an equipment violation. The lights went on, but instead of pulling over, the driver punched it, apparently thinking red lights were just a suggestion. The Mustang tore through residential and industrial areas, blowing through stop signs and ignoring traffic control devices like they didn't exist. At high speeds, the car weaved through neighborhoods, putting the public, officers, and himself at serious risk. Sirens echoed through the streets as the chase pressed on, the Mustang refusing to slow down.
Be mindful of your brake fade.
Gotcha.
Making a right-hand turn, step up the street.
Push him.
Sorry, Mike, coming around.
Attempted TBI, he regained.
One burn eagle.
Go. I got it. Secondary. D5, he almost T-boned me.
Brakes. Right there. Foot male, black male, white shirt.
shirt, blue shorts.
The run ended in a vacant lot off Baldwin Avenue, where the driver bailed and tried his luck on foot. That sprint lasted only a few seconds before troopers caught up. The suspect, Mandrell Parnell, was arrested, and the red backpack he tossed aside was recovered. Inside, nearly a pound of marijuana. On him, cocaine tucked in a pocket. Both tested positive at the scene. Charges: felony fleeing possession of a controlled substance, cocaine. Possession of a controlled substance, marijuana. Possession of drug paraphernalia, meth or cocaine related. Parnell's Mustang couldn't outrun law enforcement, and his legs weren't much faster either. What began as a simple equipment violation ended with drugs seized, charges stacked, and one driver learning the hard way that traffic stops don't come with a skip button. North Little Rock, Arkansas, April 25, 2025, just before 11 p.m. Officers spotted a white Ford F-350 rolling down John F. Kennedy Boulevard. A check showed the truck's tags had expired all the way back in 2020. When they tried to stop the vehicle, the driver, Larry York, refused to pull over and hit the gas.
South on Park Drive. We're going to be going back east on West 10th Street.
3258. I'm your pipe in 12.
On 11, continue at northbound on Vestal.
Coming back east on 13th Street.
York plowed through Edgewood Memorial Park, knocking down grave markers before busting through a closed gate and blasting back onto city streets. With units swapping in and out of the chase, the truck weaved through neighborhoods, wrong-way streets, and parking lots, dragging debris from the bed as it went. Officers had to dodge falling items while trying to keep up with York's zigzag path. Meanwhile, his passenger begged him to stop and let her out, but York refused, blaming her for the chase while he kept on running.
I don't need a bunch of units in the pursuit. Everybody else is safe Fort Road. 32 on off. I'm going to be secondary. I'll call it. We're north on Franklin from 15. We had one stub, TBI. Go over Berger. Fail TBI. East on 17, coming back out the pipe.
58 Little Rock, I've got a flat. I'm on
1022 here for Circle K on pipe. 834, I'm getting you back over there. Okay.
32 Little Rock on primary. Condone. He just ran my unit.
Wherever you.
The pursuit ended when state police attempted a tactical vehicle intervention, pushing the Ford into a telephone pole at 18th and Share. Both occupants were taken into custody. The passenger confirmed York had refused to let her out, turning the chase into more than just fleeing. Charges: felony, fleeing false imprisonment, destruction of grave markers, 5 counts, criminal mischief, reckless driving obstruction, no vehicle registration resisting arrest, driving on a suspended license. Larry York's run from expired tags left behind wrecked headstones, wrecked streets, and one very unhappy passenger. His wild escape attempt added more charges than miles, and made sure this night won't be forgotten anytime soon. Thanks for riding the adrenaline wave with us here at Mind Rush. If you're hungry for more heart-pounding action and edge-of-your-seat excitement, don't go anywhere, because we're just getting started. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more mind-blowing moments coming your way soon.